So apparently Japan made a movie about a high school teacher and one of his students falling in love. Now, before the FBI agent watching my search history gets concerned, yes, I know, the premise is controversial. From what I found, Japan's age of consent at the time this movie was made was 13, which was later raised to 16 in 2023. The high school girl in the movie is 17 years old, so apparently it's legal there. Look, I'm a drama addict, not a lawyer. My qualifications end at pressing play. Also, before anyone asks, the actress herself was around 18 to 19 years old while filming the movie. The male lead was, okay, I need you to be ready for this. It's not going to get any better. The guy was 32 to 33 years old, which means the age gap between the actors was around 14 years. So yeah, we're off to a fantastic start. Anyway, the movie follows Hibiki Shimada, who has just joined a new school. During the school assembly, while the principal is giving a speech, she yawns and happens to see her history teacher yawning too. It's like they say, right? If someone sees you yawn, they yawn too. So technically the teacher must have looked at her first. Anyway, they make eye contact for like 2 seconds and Hibiki instantly develops a crush. Cut to a year later. She's completely in love with her teacher. Meanwhile, the teacher is behaving like how any responsible adult should behave. He turns her down and sets boundaries, but Hibiki will not take no for an answer. She says she'll keep loving him anyway. Then she asks him a question. If she gets a good score on her test, can she fall in love with him? The teacher laughs because if Hibiki was anything like me in school, he was probably thinking there was absolutely no chance she'd get the marks. Unfortunately for him, she scores a 97. Never underestimate what a girl with a crush can do. But good on her for actually doing the one thing you're supposed to do as a student, studying. Fast forward to the school festival and Hibiki puts on a wedding dress and goes looking for her teacher. She eventually finds him on the rooftop sitting there reading a book. She walks up to him, kneels down, puts her hand on the book, and starts reciting wedding vows. Needless to say, I know the director meant this scene to be romantic or something, but every second of it made me more uncomfortable than the last. So you can imagine my relief when she says she's kidding and that she'll go back to being a student and stop being in love with him. The teacher, whose job was literally to not do that, immediately does exactly that. He pulls her in for a hug and kisses her. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, somebody sees them kissing. And now the entire school knows. The teacher gets expelled. I'm leaving out a lot of details, but long story short, it ends with a bad ending. And by bad ending, I mean absolutely nobody learned anything because they get back together at the end. Now, despite the controversial plot, the movie is actually pretty well made. The cinematography is beautiful. The acting is good too. Everyone feels natural and nobody looks like they're trying too hard. The most unbelievable thing in this entire movie though isn't even the romance, it's her friends. These people are fully supporting her relationship with a teacher. One of her friends literally goes and threatens the teacher and even punches him because he's hesitating to be in a relationship with her. Imagine getting punched by a kid for making the right decision. Sensei, you're old enough to be his father. Why are you getting bullied by a high school kid? And if that wasn't weird enough, the same friend who's pressuring Sensei is also in love with a female teacher. Anyway, I didn't find the movie romantic at all. The age gap was not helping. Every time they stood next to each other, all I could think was that this man looked old enough to be her father, and that's pretty much it. If there's a movie or show you'd like me to cover next, drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a hype. It really helps a new channel get discovered. Thanks for watching.